Alright, y'all, we're gonna make another recipe with chicken and some garlic. I got Parmesan cheese, some olive garden dressing, cream cheese, and some pasta. And this is actually one of my favorites. It's like a comfort pasta. And I've got my crock pot on, I've got my liner, and we're gonna, first things first, chicken goes in the crock pot. Alright guys, now that we've got our chicken, we're gonna use some of our minced garlic. You can use fresh. I'm lazy. Garlic's one of those things I believe that you season with your soul. So, you know, pretty good amount. I prefer to like it, so I'm gonna use a pretty generous amount on both chicken breast. Alright guys, so the next thing we're gonna add is our Italian dressing from Olive Garden. We're just gonna pour it directly over both chicken breasts, all over, whole bottle. Get all those good seasonings out of the bottom. Now I do add a little bit of water to the bottom of mine, just to get the rest of those seasonings, because that's really what I want. Alright guys, we're gonna finally add our cream cheese. You can chunk it up, I'm not, it's gonna melt either way. You're just gonna put it directly in there on the chicken. I wish this came out smoother. And I usually try to aim for mine directly in the middle of both pieces of chicken. Alright, now, you can add some Parmesan cheese now, or you can add the whole thing later. I have found that it works better if you add half now and half later. So that's what I do. So that's what I'm gonna do. If I can get the thing open, there it goes. So I'm just gonna take my container and I'm gonna add half of my cheese just right over it. Just like that. Probably actually not even half, like a fourth, just to kind of give it a little more melty. So we have all of our ingredients in here. We're just gonna leave the lid on and we're gonna cook this on low for 8 hours. All right guys, so it's been 8 hours. I shredded my chicken. It looks absolutely delicious. I also have noodles that are done, so I'm gonna end up draining these and we're gonna add these noodles to our mixture. All right guys, so the first thing we're gonna add is the rest of our shredded Parmesan cheese. Then we're gonna add our pan of steaming hot noodles. So, okay. Now we're just gonna slowly mix our chicken and our cheese into our noodles. We're just gonna coat everything. Now once we get it well coated guys, we're just gonna let this cook on, I actually just cook it on keep warm for like 15 minutes. And that's really just to make sure that it gets well blended and that it gets the noodles all really good in sauce, that the cheese gets melted, and that it really just creates a really, as you fling it everywhere, as it gets a really good pasta blend. Just try not to fling it out of the crock pot like I did. All right guys, so gonna put the lid back on. Gonna leave it for about 15 more minutes and it's gonna be some amazing pasta. I'll show you when it's done. All right guys, so it's been about 15 minutes on keep warm and my pasta is good and coated. It's got chicken, it's cheesy. That looks amazingly delicious. All right guys, I hope you enjoy this recipe.